I'm Aliyah Shapiro, originally from Denver, Colorado. I've been in Israel for 4 years now and almost 2 years at Machon Meir. I came to Israel because when I spent a semester abroad here at Hebrew University, I felt like this was the only place that I could truly be myself. Something in the air, something in the environment, something in my interactions with the people made me feel like Israel was home in a way that America had never been. When I made Aliyah, I got off the plane, I kissed the ground, and after we left the runway, I was greeted by hundreds of Israelis who'd come to greet a plane full of Olim. I started my klita, my absorption into Israel, at Kibbutz Sde Eliyahu, where I lived with other lone soldiers for 2 years during my army service. It was important for me, if I was going to be coming to live in Israel for the rest of my life, before I got so much and took so much from the country and from the people, to try to give back a little bit. First of all, learning Torah and being in Israel has helped me understand who I am, who I really am on a deep personal level, not just what jobs I can get and what I've learned and what I do in the world, but really what my essence is as a person.
I'm Dor, I'm from Florida, and I'm 20 years old. When I was in 12th grade, I had a rabbi in Chabad in my town, and we started to talk. And from those talks, I started to slowly become more religious. And then I was in college for a semester, and in that semester I realized that the place to be isn't America, it's Israel. So in college, I found it was very hard to be religious, to keep kosher, to keep Shabbat, just even to find friends who were Jewish. And then, so I started looking into other options, and the main option I saw was to come to Israel, the Holy Land. So I came to Israel through a program which you draft to the army in that program. So I was in the army for 1.5 years, and I got out and came to Machon Meir. The army was a great experience. I loved it. It was definitely hard sometimes, but it was worth it at the end, 100%. I think it made me mature and gave me a real perspective of what life really is, and it gave me the opportunity to sacrifice myself for a bigger cause. I have a lot of friends actually who are coming in the same track or have already done the same track, and after they made Aliyah and have families here and married and Baruch Hashem, have a good life here.
I'm Eitan. I'm 18 years old. I'm from Holland. I came with my whole family, with my parents and my 3 sisters. And we are Jewish in the family, but from my father's side. And we went a few times. We went on vacation to Israel, and we have like a deep connection in our heart with the Jewish people. And every time when we get back to Holland, my father get homesick, and we also like a little bit homesick for Jewish life. I don't miss Holland because I don't have the connection with the Jewish life there, because it's like a Jew is like a lion. It's just like a lion outside Israel is like a lion in the zoo, and a lion inside Israel is like a lion in nature, and you want to be like nature.
My name is Shayel Nachmani. I live in Bat Yam. Today I'm 23 years old. I was born in Israel, but I was raised in Los Angeles in the United States. And I lived there until I was 8 years old. So I enlisted, I went into the army. I served as a commander in an intelligence unit. And I just finished 5 years and 4 months of my service as a commander. I grew up in a secular family. I wasn't religious most of my life. And when I was 16, I started a process within myself of getting closer to Judaism. It started from a lot of curiosity, not knowing much about, I'm a Jew. What does it mean? I had a lot of curiosity. I didn't know much, not about Torah, not about Jews. I looked at religious Jews and didn't understand why they dress the way they dress. I started studying Torah and observing Sabbath and understanding that there are certain things that I believe in. It's a big process, not something I can talk or like try to conclude in like 2 minutes. But I understood that the next stage in my life would be not only studying Torah for a year, but also investing in the spiritual part of my life and the future. Learn about myself, and to have 1 year before I start my life and start pursuing my dreams, to practically learn Torah and build my personality spiritually and how would I put it? Something that I know that I won't be able to do in the future. We're not only Israelis as a political identity, but we're also something much more rooted, much more, it's deeper. It's within our ancient ancestral identity.
My name is David. I'm from Germany. I'm 28 years old. I started to read the Bible, the Tanakh, as well as the New Testament, the Christian New Testament. I read it from the beginning to the end. I started with, of course, the 5 books of Moses, the Torah, the Jewish Bible. And while I was reading it, I instantly felt connected. Over the time, I started to learn Hebrew and to visit the local synagogue and ask questions and pray there with them. I got myself a Siddur, a Jewish prayer book. And slowly, I became much more involved in the Jewish community in Germany. I'm happy to be here, to study here in Israel, in this great place.
So my name is Benjamin. I'm from Philadelphia, and I'm 21 years old. I became religious because I didn't grow up religious. My parents are both Jewish, Baruch Hashem, but unfortunately they do not keep all the mitzvot, and they're not exactly what some people might call Orthodox. But I slowly sort of had my own journey of reading about different faiths, and I just happened to find Judaism to be very interesting. So I started putting on tefillin, I started going to Shabbat meals. I didn't even know what shacharit was, which is the morning prayer. When somebody told me online that I should go to this place called Machon Meir for a summer. So I decided to go for a summer. I wrote Rav Listman a letter, an essay, and despite the fact that 17-year-olds aren't really supposed to come here, he let me in anyway. So I came for a summer. That was my first time in Israel, and I fell in love with it. Every text of Torah, or every text that people have written about Torah even, they're extremely deep. Every single sentence, you can sit for 30 minutes on one sentence. And that's the unique thing about Judaism. It's literally infinite. So my parents, honestly, they really like the fact that I'm here, that I'm following our tradition. And my father himself has become more and more Shomer Shabbat. He told my brother the other day that when he was flying to go visit him, that he should not fly on Shabbat, actually. He has been keeping Shabbat sometimes. Both my parents have been talking to me about making Aliyah, despite the fact that this wasn't even really in their headspace until now. You know, it's like every Jew has this idea of wanting to be in Eretz Israel, wanting to follow the Torah, right? It's in our soul. And it's just, they don't think about it as something real until they really see someone do it. And especially if it's a family member, and it only takes one person to inspire somebody else. So I really do try.
I'm Thomas, I'm from Italy. Before that I came here, I was working as a wine expert. I was raised in a completely not religious environment, but I have a small connection with Judaism because my grandfather was Jewish. I decided to come here because I have a deep desire of my soul to come here. I'm planning to live in Israel because the Jewish life outside of Israel is a very dry life. There is a deep meaning in everything here in Israel.
My name is Asher Misal, that's my family name. And I was born in the eastern part of India, where the state called Manipur, in Fall. And that's where what we call as one of the tribes of Am Israel, which is Bnei Menashe, are settled. I am a Jew. But I was not really in touch. Why? Because my parents were not religious as my grandma. Education was very important for me, for my family. So they sent me to a boarding school at a very young age, in a kindergarten. So until my college, I was always in a boarding or hostel. So because that was something which was very important in our life. So I get as much education as possible. And I started my career, and then I was working with American Express as a business analyst, and also I was a trainer, a corporate trainer. And I got the opportunity, first time in my life, to travel wherever I want to. And I said, I'm going to go to Israel. I knew when I was born that I'm a Jew, but I never knew who I was. I never knew what a Jew meant. I was asking, what is a Jew? If I'm a Jew, what am I supposed to do? What's my purpose here? What is my reason? Am I a Jew by choice, or am I a Jew because there's a reason behind? I was asking myself, and then that led me to coming every year. Then I asked myself, what am I supposed to do there? I'm going to have to learn the language, start everything from the scratch, and I have everything here. I have my job, I have my apartment, I have my mom and my sister are here. I'm good. I just need a wife.
Shalom, my name is Michael Aryeh Domakasei. I'm born in Amsterdam, that's the capital city of the Netherlands. But my roots is from Curaçao, because my parents, they're born in Curaçao, which is an island in the Caribbean. When I was younger, I was always raised as a Christian. I went to the church, every Sunday. But then, on the age of 16, I started to have questions. So when I started reading the Bible, I really started to see these people, these leaders, these prophets as role models. I started to see them as people who are connected with God. I came to the realization that to really understand the Bible, not even on a higher level, but on a basic level, with evolve to a higher level, you have to read it and to comprehend it from a Hebrew perspective. So I decided to come to Israel in 2018, just to visit some museums and to see some artifacts. But when I came, it really started to change. My life started to change. I don't know what happened with me, but it was like, I feel this vibe of this land was so great. I couldn't describe it. But I know it was very different here in this country than everywhere else. I decided to come to Israel. I came here. Also funny was I had very long hair before. I had long dreadlocks. Then I cut it off 1 week when I was here. And then I came to Machon Meir, introduced myself to the Rav. And then he said, like, yeah, you're welcome to, how you say that? Not to start officially, but to some tests, for some 3 weeks. And those 3 weeks ended up in the 10 months now. 9 months, I mean. I remember I came to Israel for my 3rd time. And every time when I came, the experience became more greater. So the 3rd time I was like, wow, Baruch Hashem, Todah Hashem. I was really thanking and praying to Hashem for the great experience. But I remember I was really praying and asking Him to show me His truth, to find the truth, to guide me in His ways. I was really praying for that. And then the next day, some guy came to me, I didn't know. He asked me, do you want to study Torah? I said, yes, but halachically speaking, I'm not Jewish. He said, no problem. There's some rabbi is in the old city at the David tomb. Go check him out. But I think Hashem guides everything step by step. It's like a madrigot, right? You have to climb. And this is how it goes.
My name is Israel from Hong Kong. I went to the New York and then meet the Bedin, the rabbi. He asked some question, and then I converse in the New York. All people from Hong Kong come to Israel? Yeah, I don't know. Some people already come. Yeah.
Shia Pollack, I'm from Passaic, New Jersey. When I got to Israel, pretty much right off the plane, I came to Machon Meir. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, they were all here, they sojourned here, and now I'm doing the same. It's the first time really that I'd been in a yeshiva like this in my life. I was looking for a yeshiva that was going to meet my needs, that I would also incorporate the love of Israel, would incorporate people who were getting prepared for the army, and that was what I was looking for. Here was where the temple stood. This is where our ancestors set up the framework for their children to learn Torah here. Hopefully I'll find a wife here in Israel as well, yes. I'd want to stay here in Israel. I want to set up a life for myself here. Hopefully my family will all join me. My future family will join me here.